Warning. The following podcast contains two highly strung people talking about their anxieties, fears, and worries. If you find any of the content offensive, then we are genuinely really sorry. We won't do it again, honest. Sorry.
Hello and welcome along to the Warriors podcast with me, Barry Dodds, her Hayley Ellis. Hi, Hayley.
You sounded like a football, like the American Hayley Ellis.
I love it when people do that on the mic when they're introducing you on and they proper give it some balls. Like the sound tech or something where they're just like, give it up for your host and comp. Like, really, it's like, yeah, make it a bit fucking.
There's nothing worse doing that though when there's about 4 people in the gig.
Oh, it's even better. That's even funnier. Just to double down on it.
Do you know what I'm going to do? It's my Nottingham tour show this week, sold out. Just thought I'd like to add that. But Barry's doing the support. Shall I intro you when I bring you on? Shall I be like...
Yes.
But I'm going to do it where I don't actually say your name. I just do a load of vowels. Do you know when people do it like that?
Yeah, definitely club singer.
So I didn't get the name of your support act. Yeah, you never.
Sally had a stroke.
Do you know when venues ask me to do sound checks, I do that.
Do you?
I have to check the backstage mic. They go, because you have the one on stage, and they're like, just go and check the backstage mic, and I'll be like, My mum, when I was like, how old was that? I used to be really into Vic and Bob Shooting Stars when I was young. Yeah. And my mum, she really regretted doing this. My mum they had a book out with a CD.
With the CD on the front, yes.
Yeah.
I've still got it.
Oh, that's probably been sent to one of our Patreons in the post. There's a little joke for you there if you're a Patreon member. We give you rewards for however long you've been Patreon members, and Barry's just been shoving any old shit in his office in an envelope.
I have it. It's because if you join the Patreon, you get a signed card. And I was just like, I foolishly did a tweet saying, "Oh, you get a little extra bonus, cut some like car stickers and stuff to put in." But I ran out halfway through doing my mailing run. I was like, I don't want to let the people down, so I just had to start sticking. Just like set a copy of like The Ring. Someone got Children of the Corn.
It's basically like a car boot when you join our Patreon.
Yeah, that you don't want to be at.
Anyway, my mum bought me that book with a CD, and it was like 100 club singing tracks. So it was like Vic just singing songs in the club style, all a cappella. Yeah. And I used to listen to it and whack myself laughing. And after one listen, my mum was like, "No, that needs to go in the bin."
Yeah, my parents had to listen to me buying constant Erasure albums, taping Erasure off the radio, and then announcing at 15 that I wanted to join the Royal Navy.
They had questions.
My mum was all right. My dad was. He stopped taking me to the pub with him when he was playing darts with his mates.
His mate Gary was really hostile.
I was talking to someone recently about my time in the Navy, which was very short-lived, because...
It wouldn't have took long, that conversation. How long were you in there? Fucking less than Craig David was having sex.
You're delighted with that, aren't you? It's written all over your face. You fucking thrilled at your little 7 days gag.
How long were you in the Navy for?
I passed basic training, and then I did something called PVR, which is buying yourself out, essentially, because I could do it because I was so young. I was only 16. But honestly, you join in the military, right? And it is like you see on like the films, and like like proper getting screamed at and stuff, and you're just with a group of lads who you've never met, and like just I cried myself to sleep every night. I hated it, and I was thinking, how would you get on in the military?
Obviously not great. I'm asthmatic.
Oh yeah.
I'm a vegetarian.
The reason it got me thinking it, because the person I was talking to, right, is, and we both know who he is. If you speak to anybody who's done like a long time of service in the military, they've got like, if you look in their eyes, they look haunted. Like something happened that they can never tell anyone about. They've all got a deep secret they're holding back.
Can I just tell you something? This is what concerned me most. So I went to university with a lad. I think he dropped out in first year. And not on my course, he was just knew him from going out. And right, I'll tell you what his nickname was at the end of this story. Anyway, I ran into him in Manchester a few years later. How are you? He's working in intelligence in the army. Right? Oh. Do you know what I've never been... Do you know what his nickname was at university?
Go on.
Skid Mark. Skid marks working in intelligence.
That'll be on some fucking Russian file somewhere, you know. That'll be like codename Skid Mark. Like Operation Brown Squirrel. It's got to take out the Skid Mark.
A man's protecting the nation when he couldn't even keep his underwear clean.
But what I was thinking was, like, if you were in the military, right, because you're somebody who likes, you don't like being wrong, okay?
Barry, I wouldn't apply to go in the military. I'm asthmatic, I'm vegetarian, and need 3 naps in a daytime.
Right, no, it's the war. You've been conscripted. You signed up. Haley Ellis is joining the army, right? How do you think you would, like, at school, did you ever get shouted at? Were you good with discipline?
No, but I didn't, I didn't exist, so I never got shouted at because it was like I wasn't there. I just sort of blended into the background. Do you know what I mean? I'm doing this thing at the minute.
In the army, It's one skill.
Just loads of women over, like, what did they say? Women disappear when they're in the 50s, is it?
Yeah, but just not into the fucking tree line.
Just loads of menopausal women in the army because they're not seen anymore.
The most genuinely effective camouflage that the nation has ever seen, just hanging out in the cave network of Afghanistan.
I'm just ignoring them because they're not deemed interesting enough to speak to. Anyway, what was we talking about? Sorry, what did you ask me? How I'd get on?
Yeah.
I'd die straight away, Barry. I can't deal with conflict, so I couldn't deal with a war. I couldn't deal with early mornings. Do you know when they come in? My cousin was in the Marines, you know. And at the level of discipline you have got to have to be a Marine. Like, he's up at... And he hasn't been in the Marines for years, but he's still up at 5 o'clock going for runs with rucksacks full of rocks in his back because it's instilled in him to be like that.
Oh, jeez. Although, having said that, my dad he was a draftsman. He used to design oil rigs, and he used to get up at 5 o'clock every morning, and he was out the door for 6 and in work for 7, and he'd work right through till 5 o'clock. Even now, as a terminally ill man, he still gets up at 5 a.m.
Is that his bladder, though?
Every day. No, it's just his routine. He's just still got to do it. He's like, no, this is what I do.
That's what I mean. They have that instilled in them.
I know, but my poor mother, she must be like thinking, oh, come on, TikTok. Do you know?
Harry.
Because when he goes to bed, obviously very early, she fucking loves reality TV. You'd get on a storm with her. She watches all the nonsense you watch, like whatever it's called. Like,
what's her favourite one?
A favourite one, genuinely, when it's on, is Big Brother.
Right.
It's the only time I've ever heard my mum drop the C-bomb. is when she was repeating what somebody said. And then
Cameron won?
She just went, and then she just said, "You're an effing cunt." And I was like, you don't have to do the effing. Because I know you're new to swearing, but if you're dropping the C, the F's fine. You can cope with it.
Should we go into worries of the week?
Let's do some worries of the week.
You got a lot. Worries. You got a lot. Worries.
I've got a minor worry. Well, it sort of ties in with the army theme, really. Because I want to be more productive, but I don't have the energy to be more productive. I'm productive when it comes to doing something I'm interested in. Do you know what I mean?
How do you feel about making videos? And
I've been doing videos, thank you. Anyway, I like doing stuff related to stand-up, right? So if it's like writing material or updating me, if it's related to my job, I can do it. I don't mind doing it, right? Or if it's stuff related to my daughter, whatever, like admin there. But over admin, I just can't motivate myself. I've got to do a declutter of my office. I mean, maybe I could give it to you to give to people on the Patreon.
what have you got?
But no, and an advert came up the other day, right? And this is what I'm worried about, because I thought do you know what I'm like? I'll buy it. If someone says, you need this, I'll go, maybe I do need this. Right, and my adverts have been so tailored recently, I had to stop myself from buying this. Right, now, it was billed as a productivity kit. And it was 40 quid. Watched the advert, I was like, do you know what it was? Because even I was like, do you know what, I can't follow through on this. When I actually clicked, it was like billed as, it will increase your productivity, help you getting all those tasks done that you don't want to do, blah, 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 blah. So I'm reading it about 3 a.m, when I couldn't sleep, like, yeah, need this.
Yeah. Don't know why I was tired. Staring at your phone.
It was a giant digital clock, right? And a notepad. That was it.
What?
Basically, that was it. I mean, they jazzed it up a bit, but that was it. It was a clock, so you could put 20 minutes. It's basically called the Pomodoro technique, isn't it? But that's what they build it as something else.
The Pomodoro technique?
Or Pomodoro technique. It's basically when you do 20 minutes of a task.
Yeah.
And then you give yourself a 10-minute break. Or something similar.
I didn't know I've been doing this. So it's what I do now. I'll do if I'm editing, I do half an hour, 5-minute game on the Xbox. Back to half an hour, and I like dip in and out. I didn't realise. I thought that was just me treating myself.
It's actually like an old technique. But can you see, the problem I have is you're quite disciplined where you can just do 5 minutes on the Xbox. I'll say to myself, right, I'll do an hour of this, and I'll watch 10 minutes TV, like a show I'm watching at the minute, America's Sweethearts, right?
Box set later.
Exactly. I'll get too into it, and I'll be like, oh, I don't turn off at this bit. I've got no, what's the word? Willpower.
Motivation.
Yeah. If I'm not interested in it, I knew I had to stop myself from buying this clock for 40 quid.
Do you ever make yourself angry to get you to get yourself motivated?
It just wouldn't get me motivated. I just get angry. I want to go for a lie down.
But I have full-blown arguments in my head in the house, walking around, hoovering. And at the end of it, I sit down and I'm like, I'm glad I've got that resolved. I said some things there that needed to be said.
To yourself?
Yeah, but in my own head, because I'm like working it through.
How many voices can you hear? It's a medical condition.
I like drinking on my own as well. If I do drinking, I do like drinking on my own, because you could honestly, I could start, have, and end arguments without ever leaving the office.
That is terrifying.
No, it's not. It's just a bit of mental gymnastics, just working through some shit.
Yeah, mental health problem, that's what...
Oh, right. Okay.
Just you sat there going, well, I'm fucking raging with you today, Barry. Why? Because you never took the bit out. I didn't know. Well, you should have known.
Yeah, all right, fair. All right, yeah, I've got a mental health problem, says the person who's about to get fleeced for 40 quid for a big clock.
Oh, I know I'm unwell.
Yeah,
I know I am.
I've been done by Timu again recently as well.
What have you been buying of Timu?
Just cables.
Cables for what?
Just like charging things. Like I keep on imagining myself again. Why does this go into my head? I keep on imagining myself in survival situations, and I'm like,
We do live in Nottingham, to be fair.
enjoy the tour show this week, everyone in Nottingham. Come down, voice your opinions, or best way, sit, fold your arms, don't smile or anything. I tell you what, my worry of the week is I think I'm lacking attention to detail in things. Like I seem to be doing lots of things, but there's no the dotting the I's and crossing the T's. I seem to be not paying attention at the moment with things. And and this is always the fucking red flag for me. I did something today that I know means that my mind's drifting. Is I messaged somebody while talking about them because I wasn't paying attention to the fucking...
I know who that was, because it was me.
It was you.
And luckily you weren't slagging me.
But as soon as you replied, I was like, oh, bollocks, because I was being nice as well.
In fairness, it was a very nice message.
I
shouldn't have read. So thank you. At least I know you're not being sly. I don't think my attention to detail has ever been great. Because, I don't know if I ever told you this, when I left uni, right, I wanted to do acting when I was like 21.
Yeah.
And I sent my acting CV out to some agents, but the ink on the printer went, and I just sent them off anyway. So it's like half my CV, and then half was all like, do you know, like when it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Z, and all that? And I just thought, I'll do. I sent that off to big agents.
And you know how you were worried about this podcast being the reason you might not get on Coronation Street? I think it was the sending of a fucking poison pen letter to the people at Granada who were like, we can't crack this code, but we think she's going to set fire to Weatherfield.
I don't know what I was thinking about the other day, and I was like, how embarrassing that I was like, it'll do.
That'll do.
Just complete, like, and some things I'm really, like, won't put out unless it's perfect. But some things I'm really slack with. Are you like that, or is everything perfect for you?
I mean, well, the how many times have you listened to the podcast recently and you've had to get in touch with me going, Barry, take that bit out where you haven't cut that name out, or like, there's been quite a few of them recently, I've noticed.
Yeah. And when you say a name on this, you say their full name. It's like those old women that'll say people's full name. Like, do you know Judy Rose went to school 2 doors down? Like, you give loads of info.
Yeah. Fat cunt, thief.
Oh, there we go. Do you think it's an age thing then?
Do you think I might just be getting scatty?
No, I just think you're overworked.
Possibly.
Do you know, like...
You can edit this one then.
Do you know what it is? I think we in this job juggle a lot of things. So I'm juggling like stand-up, podcasts, being a parent. I do writing work as well, planning tour stuff, writing material. So you're juggling about 20 different jobs at once.
Yeah. And
it's similar for you. Do you know what I mean? You're juggling a lot of things. We've got a lot of balls in the air. And I think that sometimes one of them will just inevitably drop. Like when people have high-powered jobs. Like...
I know what you mean. Like, I tell you, I was thinking about this, and it's the first time it ever made sense to me. You know the film American Beauty?
Yeah.
You know, doesn't he just sack off his high-powered job and just get a normal, like a job in a burger restaurant or something, where he's like, it's just no responsibility. I clock in, I clock out, and it's that.
I think he was trying to shag his daughter's friend though in that.
All right, well, let's not use that as an example.
Can you think of a better one, please, Barry?
Right, in Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, right?
That's the only film you ever quote. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer.
I know, I find it funny.
I do know what you mean. That some people do go. Do you know what? So, for example, one of my friends, maybe we should get him on the podcast, used to do stand up, but he was a Buddhist monk, right? Now, before he was a Buddhist monk, he had a really, really high-powered, well-paid job, right? He was on an absolute wedge. And he just said, I can't do this anymore. It's not bringing him any joy. He's got all this money, he's got everything he's ever wanted, but it wasn't making him happy. And he genuinely sacked it all off and went to live in a Buddhist retreat for like a couple of years. Maybe we should go on a Buddhist retreat. Maybe that could...
They'd kick us out. They honestly, we'd drive them
They can't
nuts.
kick us out if they've done a vow of silence. They'd have to point at the door and just hope that we'd leave.
Yeah, the vow of silence. They've not taken a vow of not kicking people up the arse. Right, they'll just fucking kick us all the way.
I think it would be good. I'm just looking at it now. So the schedule is more or less the same. You'd have to go Thailand for it. I think the budget won't stretch. Maybe we could do it in like Widnes. Anyway.
Yeah, that's spiritual place.
Does anyone know any Buddhist retreats in Widnes or Warrington? Anyway, so there are 4 meditating sessions per day, a breakfast, lunch, gardening, in brackets, if you want to, and of course some free time. But what are you doing with your free time if there's nothing there?
I could.
That's the noise they make. Hum. I think I'd quite like it.
If we know any monks, can you... Then again, how they're hearing this. I doubt they're listening to podcasts.
They're not putting their AirPods in when they're meditating, Barry. Hang on. My mate Geordie, who you know.
Oh, yeah.
She went across to India and she learnt to become... She paid thousands of pounds for this. A laughter yoga specialist.
Right.
Has she ever told you the story?
No.
Let me see if I can get her on now.
Yeah. Hello.
Hiya, mate. You're
Hiya.
on speaker and I'm on a Zoom with Barry.
Hiya, Barry.
Hiya.
We're just on the podcast. We're talking about me and Barry want to become more spiritual.
Why have you messaged me?
Because you did that laughter. You went to India, didn't you, and did your laughter yoga retreat?
Oh, yeah. I did. Yes, go on.
Well, I just wanted you to tell Barry about the time you met Dr. Kataria and how spiritual it was.
So, do you mean when I first met him?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was like, I flew all the way to India, and he came walking towards us, and he was wearing 2 odd shoes, and
Like
I was
Noel
like,
Edmonds?
Oh. I don't know, is that what he does?
Apparently.
I was like, oh, you must be Dr. Kataria, it's nice to meet you. And then he just took hold of my hand and started shaking my hand, like looked us in the eyes and just started laughing. And then he kept shaking my hand and he kept laughing. And then it went on for about 3 minutes. I'm not exaggerating. And then he just walked away.
How much did you pay for this?
It's $1,500. But he also used to make us lie on the ground.
Did he?
And he would put his hand on he'd put his hand on my stomach and make us laugh. and his wife would be standing in the car. His wife was very angry.
But yeah, would she be filming it, would she?
Yeah, cuckold, yeah.
She can't hear anything you're saying, Barry, because Barry's saying stuff. He's chipping in, but obviously you can't hear him, Geordie, because I've got headphones in.
I can't hear him. Hiya, Barry.
Hello, can you hear me?
How's your bed?
You can't hear him, George.
How's my bed?
I can't hear him.
Nice and made, you fucking...
Can he hear me?
Yeah, he can hear you, Geordie.
I can hear you. Yeah, my bed's nice and made.
I cannot hear him.
Yeah, he said his bed's nice and made. I can't repeat what he just said.
Pack it in.
Right,
You
anyway,
started it.
I'm going to... Barry, she can't hear you, so I'll just... If you've got any questions, and I'll ask her.
Yeah, how many people did you spread that lie to about the...
No, not about you and her, Barry.
Right.
Questions about...
Based on... Because I know what Vic's like, did it stay professional between you and Dr. Katari?
So Barry said he knows what you're like, but did it stay professional between you and Dr. Kataria?
Yes. He's like a 70-year-old man. We had some good times though, you know. He took us to a park in India.
Yeah.
And we
in a car, and there was lots of other cars around.
we went and laughed with people with leprosy.
Yeah, I think that's called bullying.
Yeah.
It was with them, not at them.
Right, you've actually put us off, Joe. We were thinking about becoming more spiritual, but I think paying $1.50 to go and laugh at people in a park isn't going to sway us.
No, I'm not up for it.
Thank you, though.
No worries.
Bye.
Love you, loads.
Bye.
Bye.
If you think you could teach me and Barry to become more spiritual, that might help with our sort of getting things in perspective with regards to motivation and stuff. Or if you're a motivational speaker, get involved. If you think you could teach me and Barry anything, we would love to talk to you on this podcast, because maybe we could do an episode, like a spin-off episode.
Yeah, can you fix us?
Can you? Well, actually, Barry, we should rename that, because the last time a programme had Fix You in it, it didn't do well. It didn't end well. So maybe not that.
You're on the vault today, aren't you?
But if you can help us in any way, let us know. If you think you could teach us to be
Jim
more
will
spiritual,
help us.
Yeah, if you can help us with motivation, if you can help us with our work ethic and drive. Listen, this is a podcast anybody wants to cry for help. Email us, the Warriors Podcast.
What's happened this week? We fucking lost it. I'm trying to get you in the military. You've rang your mate and now we're asking for help. Do we need another break? I thought we were rested.
Warriors Podcast at gmail.com.
Shall I ring Longley?
Should we do people's emails, Barry? Make us feel better.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's get into them before you ring another pal.
It's time for your worries. BJ will make them worse.
If you have a worry you'd like us to make ever so much worse, or if you can help us in any way, get involved. The Warriors Podcast at gmail.com. If you're a Patreon, slide into the DMs. You take the priorities, which you can join today. Patreon.com/The Warriors. You'll get sent some stuff in the post. God knows what it will be. Maybe you get a CV from me from when I was 21, half printed off. Who knows?
Or a copy of Henry from me.
We've had some emails in regards to last week's episode. I want to read this out. So last week's episode, we set a challenge.
Practical jokes.
Yes. Get in touch and tell us the best practical joke you've ever done. Now, Daniel sent us an email and he headed it, "My best ever practical jokes," in brackets. I'm very proud of this one. So Daniel says, "So like Barry, I'm a fan of taking things a little bit too far, and I have a friend who is fairly prankable. A few years back, the friend, who we will call Alex, was looking to get a mortgage. He couldn't technically afford one, but was working on getting his boss to fiddle his contract so it looked higher than it actually was. You know, a little light fraud. He brushed off any concerns and was just excited to finally get a house and get out of his mum and dad's place. I was bored at work one day and stumbled upon a load of prepaid, official-looking envelopes in a cupboard, and an idea was formed. I went onto Word and put together a letter informing him that someone had anonymously reported him for financial fraud, detailing all the individual details of the case and added an official header and logo, etc. I ended it saying that he would be contacted shortly with a court date and that he might want to get legal representation as the charge came with a 5 to 25-year prison sentence. Popped it in the letterbox and went home for the day. Lovely stuff. A few days later, I got a phone call from him. I'm not sure why he used a phone when I could probably have heard him shouting from a few towns over. I didn't know, but turns out he shares the same initials as his dad. And when the postman arrived on Saturday morning, his old man opened my letter thinking it was for him. Upon reading it, he saw that his son was likely going to prison and started to panic. My friend's mum, with her dodgy ticker, also started to panic and cry a little.
Cry? Oh, God.
They couldn't reach Alex as he was at work. So when he finally finished, he was worried that he had 20 plus missed calls from his parents. After he eventually calmed them down, he got them to read the letter out word for word so he could try and understand what had happened. It was only when his dad added, "They aren't messing around, it's an official letter. It's even been signed from a Mr. Peter I. Staker at the bottom." That my friend... that my friend twigged. P.I. Staker.
I mean,
that's bad.
Do you know what that gave me a flashback to there, honestly?
What?
Because if I see like a comedian leaving like a notebook, like backstage anywhere, with a pen usually on top of it, I can't help myself. Pick up the pen, open it to a blank page in the middle of the book somewhere, and add some of my own comments, drawings, some of my art. Little amusing things, right? And it's a joke I'll never see the punchline to, right? I just close it, put the pen back, and just think they'll love that in a few in a few months' time. Backfired when I did it to you, and you fucking tweeted it out there saying, "Oh yeah, really funny. Who's been going at me?" Did you remember?
Oh yeah, you got in touch with me then quick, didn't you, to take it down? With your misogyny on my notepad. Look, people will think that's me. It is you, Barry.
What did it say?
You wrote down like my set list, and it was like talk about periods, talk about something like that. It was quite misogynistic. And then you literally went mad at me. You're like, get it down. It's very funny.
Oh dear me. Yeah. Well done. You nearly killed your mate's mother.
Killed your mate's mother and had him not get a house because he was panicking about going to prison. That is, you're definitely a contender, Daniel, for taking the joke too far. We might do a little trophy for this, the taking it too far trophy. And at the end of the year, what?
What will the trophy be?
Just a little trophy. We'll get a proper trophy, the taking it too far trophy, and you'll be awarded it for telling us your stories. At the minute, it's between my mate Kev, who basically left his friend packing all the shopping up with one arm while he sat across the road and watched him, or Daniel almost killing his friend's parents.
When you boil it down to it, it's just really brutal, isn't it? It's just really, really savage. Yeah, do get in touch though. That is my sense of humour.
We've had an email from Indy, and he said, "Hello, Barry and Hayley. I saw this tweet, and it was very much something Barry would do. And it's from the site Fesshole, which, if you don't know, people online just sort of do. They submit anonymous
make
confessions.
Up lies and yeah."
they submit anonymous confessions, and they get sort of tweeted about. And one of their confessions was, I'm a comedian and we all know there are a few blokes on the circuit who are just awful people. One of them was in a theatre the night after me, so I took the fuses out the kettle and the fan. They'd have got him new ones, but I knew it'd piss him off enough to throw him off his game. It does sound like something you'll do. It does sound like something you'll do. Do you know, this tweet has just reminded me of something me to do with my old workmates. And I was talking about when I used to work in an office. This was like the most funniest thing you could do in an office at the time. Everyone will have done this. Take the mouse ball out the mouse.
Oh yeah, she's just a proper bastard.
So just people are like, what the fuck's wrong with my mouse? Every day.
Do you ever just like swap the keyboard leads at the back of the computer? So they're sat and they're trying to type. Meanwhile, you're just sat on the other side, just typing, putting it up on the screen. Like, oh, there's something wrong with my keyboard, and you're just right there. You are a wanker. They go, what the fuck? What's happening to this? Look, I'm typing it. It's just keeps on calling me.
One of the worst ones we did, and I'm still a bit wary about admitting this now, even though it was forever ago, is me and my mate had both. I was still working at this place at the time. But my mate had left, right? And we went out on the lash, and it was a call centre I was working at the time. And my mate rung up the call centre and pretended to be a customer, right? And said various things. I don't know, we were hammered. Anyway, I had to go into work the following week, and an email went round work. We had a angry customer on the line Friday, and it was like this email about that call, and they were investigating it. And I'm like, oh god. Oh god. It wasn't me, but obviously I knew that it had happened.
I went to a Christian festival years and years ago in Bournemouth, and we found in the because it was in the BIC, which is like this big conference centre with loads of like different theatres in it, and in one of the I was helping set up the stage for Cannon and Ball, and
how old are you, Barry?
Hey, Cannon and Ball sat down and prayed for me, both of them. We sat down in the dressing room and they both put a hand on.
Yeah, people do turn to religion when they meet you.
You're funny.
What were they praying for you for?
I can't remember now. I think there might have been, because me and my mate Ginger did nick all their sandwiches before they arrived from the dressing room.
Barry, why do all your friends sound like the Bash Street Kids? Me and my mate Ginger robbed sandwiches from Cannon and Ball's dressing room. It's like a Beano cartoon.
But when we were backstage, we found one of those, the big 5-litre bottles, like catering equipment size thing of like fairy washing up liquid. So we're like, oh, we'll keep this. And we had to wander over to the Pavilion Theatre, outside of which is a huge fountain. Just dumped it all in there. They had to close the road.
So that would have took hours. When I was in Blackpool once, someone had put it in the water, the water log.
They do it all the time.
Yeah, and they had to close it off, and it was just like, oh.
I've still got a photo and an album downstairs but at the front of the theatre. It's just fucking bubbles. It went out across the road. Oh, dear me. Dear Mr. Cannon and Mr. Ball, your prayer did not work. Sorry.
Anyway, if you have a joke that you took too far, then let us know. You could win a trophy, actual proper trophy. I'm going to pay for one. And we'll award it at the end of the year. So you've got a couple of months to get your suggestions in. Or if you have a worry you want us to talk about, theworriespodcast@gmail.com. Or if you can help us.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. And the live show is ticking around very quickly. It's going to be happening soon. If you haven't got a ticket yet, go and grab one while they're there. We're really looking forward to it. It's going to be less a live show, more a gathering of friends. Oh my God.
Oh God,
made
Bobby,
myself
no.
sick there. Oh God, this must be what it feels like every day.
Don't forget to take that name out in the edit. It's going to be an immersive experience. That's what it's going to be.
Yes.
Get your tickets.
Spiritual.
And spiritual experience, yeah, because it'll be silent. You'll have a chance to meditate. Come and meditate at our show.
Cheers for listening, everyone. Have a good week.
Bye. You have been listening to the Warriors podcast, hosted by me, Hayley Ellis, and him, Barry Dodds.
All artwork by John Cooper and Matthew Reed. All editing and audio by Hayley and Barry, with additional sound production by Grinters.
If you'd like to get in touch, then send us an email to thewarriorspodcast@gmail.com, or you can find us on Twitter @thewarriorspod.
Thanks for listening.